What's up, everyone? Jeremy here from RCNetwork.com, bringing you the much anticipated Team Associated Rival Monster Truck Final Review. Part one of the new format is talk a little bit about the specs. So the Rival is not necessarily a totally unique design. It's based on one of their older Nitro models, but features a 4mm thick aluminum chassis with a thick steel roll bar, as they call it. Full-time four-wheel drive and CVA drive shafts. It features a Reedy 2000 kV brushless motor, which I think has more potential than, right out of the box. Definitely needs some gearing and maybe a little bit better ESC. It comes with the Team Associated XPS 1300 DB, and it maxes out at 2S 7.4. Based on how heavy this truck is, I mean, it definitely felt like it was dogging a little bit on that. But you've got 8 of these like little oil-filled shocks that definitely could see some upgrading, but we'll save the final review for that. Obviously, bumpers on front and rear. You've got long travel, four-wheel independent suspension, 17mm hexes around the tires, so you've got good tire options, adjustable caster and toe, and that's about it, I guess. Of the important stuff right out of the box, it comes with a Team Associated 2.4 gigahertz radio and a digital high torque Metal Gear servo, which is the DS1510MG. So let's get right on to the final review and see how this thing scored.
What's up, everyone? Now that we've gone through a little bit of the specs, let's get to the final scores. My little helper score sheet here is getting a little filled up because this is the 8th review I've done tonight, but I want to get through these for you so you can make your buying decisions before summer is over. So, Team Associated Rival. I was pretty disappointed with it overall. Let's get into the score, and so you can learn a little bit more of it. Obviously, by now, I'm using a little different review method. I've got 7 main categories. You can score from 0 to 5 in each category. Your cumulative score will give you a would recommend, meaning I'd be happy to buy it again. I'd be happy to tell you to buy it. A solid kit, meaning, yeah, it's a solid kit. I'd buy it again. Maybe it's not for everyone. Needs improvement, which is 22 to 25 in the final score, meaning, if you don't want a project kit or you're not willing to deal with certain drawbacks, it's probably not for you, but it's right for some people, and then stay away from it. Anything lower than 21. So, my prediction, as my dog Indy walks in, my prediction is this kit's going to land and needs improvement, but let's find out. So, the first category is overall durability. I thought, yes, let's get right in under the kit here. At first glance, you look at it and you would think this thing's built like a brick shithouse. It's going to be extremely durable. Unfortunately, in the field, it just didn't hold up. I mean, the plastics, I think I wrongly referred to them in the running video as thin, but the word is cheap. The A-arms are cheap. The shock caps are cheap. The shocks themselves are cheap. They're going to break. Your A-arms are going to break. Your shock caps are going to break. So durability for a $500 plus, I think $550. I don't remember exactly what it was. Do I have it written down somewhere? No. Is way below average. I mean, compared to the EMTA where you didn't have any of this problems, and it's actually cheaper. Use that as your guide. So I'm going to give it a 2.5 on durability. Electronics, it's got the 2000 kV Ripper motor, but the ESC is like, I don't know what the deal is. If it's too small. I mean, I felt like for a kit this size, it was slow. They must have had it geared way down. The ESC is tiny. It's like a Shortcourse truck ESC with this Reedy motor, which probably is the same thing as the Ripper motor, but man, it felt slow. I'm gonna give the electronics a 2.5 on this as well. Maybe it could be fixed by gearing, but then you're going to have heat issues with this little type of ESC. Value, again, I'm going to give it a 2.5. Man, maybe it's going to score worse than I thought. at $550, I'm going to compare just like if you were with me in 2012, you know how I basically compared every basher to the G3 MT4. Unfortunately for the team associated rival, it gets compared to that too. Meaning for $550, you know, I have to put $150 to $200 just in like shocks. I guess let's say I didn't upgrade the shocks. The power system's crap. I don't know why it's so slow for 2000 kV, but you know, you're going to replace either the power system or you're going to spend $150 on A-arms and shocks. So however you want to shake it out, you're spending a ton of money beyond already a pretty expensive kit. Which is going to bring down your fun factor. I'm going to give it a 3, which I think is being reasonable. Faster motor, more durable, I would have given it a 4.5 even. It jumped pretty good. It was fine. But if the stuff breaks all the time, I'm running expensive, 2S 150C max amps batteries. I mean, I'm running like full on out, and I just felt like, yeah, it's okay, but it's not like balls out fast like the G3 MT4 was, or it didn't even feel as fast as the EMTA. And I thought the EMTA was kind of slow. Part support, I think, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5. It's team associated. You'll be able to get pretty much anything you want for it, including dealing with your local hobby store. They'll probably have stuff that you can get almost next day. Uniqueness, it's built on an existing chassis design, or as my Australian friends say, chassis. It's got like this twin plate, or an interesting, what do I call it? I actually have some notes over here. Extruded aluminum chassis, or extruded aluminium chassis, as my Aussie friends, Aussie RC Playground might say. And I actually think it's pretty cool. I think, these crazy double cheapo shocks with just for show reservoirs don't make any sense to me, but I don't mind giving it a 5 for being unique. And upgradeability, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I will say a 4.5, and here's why. So oftentimes in my scores I will have some qualifier. Here's why this one scores a little bit differently. If you're spending $500 plus on an RC, it qualifies, I'll say, to be kind of one of those project RCs. I mean, if you're a hardcore RC guy or gal like I am, you have your kits that you have kits that are like $1,000, $2,000, some of them. I mean, I had some in my day really nice, like my Mugen MBX 6T was probably my all-time favorite RC overall. That's a $1,500, or my Axial XR10 is a $1,500 build. So you're going to have kits that, if you stick your money into them, they can be amazing. And I think that the Rival has potential. I don't know how you fix it. I think maybe you don't ship it as an RTR if you're going to have kind of this whack-ass ESC and, I don't know. $550 is a lot of money. I think I would have paid, $400 as a roller and probably been more satisfied with it. I know that the shocks aren't exactly easy to upgrade. There's not a lot of options out there. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I mean, I would love to take even the Traxxas big bores and figure out if you could get them on here. I'm sure you can. I think that might be an okay setup, because they decide to go with this crazy 8 cheapo shocks instead of 4 really good ones. But overall, you've got a large area here where you could fit almost anything into it. Replacing the steering servo is basically a must. But again, for a $500 monster truck, you're going to spend $800 to $1,000 all in. But then this truck will truly kick ass. I know in the past I've marked kits down for that, but I'm trying to be more realistic. Like, if you really like the Rival, it's an okay platform to build on. But you're going to replace the electronics. You're going to find a way to replace these shocks. You're going to find a way to, replace these A-arms with something more durable, because what came in it was, and I'm not the only one who's had this problem, believe me, check the web, right? So, overall, you're going to have, let's add it up here, 5, 7.5, where are we at? 5, 7.5, 8, 12, 22, 25. Perfect. Yeah, perfect score. So, I mean, a very fair score. It's on the high end of needs improvement. A 26 would have given it a solid kit, and that's exactly what I would tell you, like on the street or in the bar or at the local laundromat. If you ask me if you just ask me like, hey, Jeremy, what's up? What'd you think of that rival? I would tell you this. You're going to need to stick $250 into it. But then it will be pretty cool, right? So that's exactly what needs improvement means. I mean, it's a good, how do I say, platform? But to me, I've always had trouble understanding, like, how the hell do you sell an RTR and then fall back on well, it's a good platform for people to upgrade. Then don't sell it as a freaking RTR. I guess maybe that's something in the RC community I just don't understand. I'm not saying you guys accept it. I'm saying as a company, why would Team Associated push this out when you know? I mean, if you saw the way these A-arms broke, it's like, did you even test it? Same thing with like the HPI Bullet ST. I mean, come on. How could you even run that and think that it would be okay running on 3S? I mean, I burned my hand after running it for 8 minutes on a 2S. So, I mean, there is stuff like that that still baffles me about the RC industry. But at the end of the day, we have another electric monster truck. We have a monster truck that isn't an E-Revo. That's $1,000. It isn't an HP Savage Flux. That's almost $1,000. You can spend $550 on this and slowly upgrade it, which is exactly what it is. It needs improvement. So the scale works again. If you yourself own a rival, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section down below, especially about possible shock upgrade options you may have found. If you have any questions about anything I've said in this video, please also post in the comment section down below. I try to get back to all worthwhile comments. And if you're new to the channel, if you just found this review, make sure you take a second to subscribe, because as you can see, I have tons of new kits behind me. We have probably 400 plus videos. We're definitely one of the largest RC channels on YouTube. So we're always putting out new and hopefully interesting content for you to check out. And yeah, if you get a second, maybe crush that thumbs up button. It means a lot to me. It helps spur me on. It helps new people find the videos. It helps us grow the community and bring more people in to answer questions and talk to and stuff like that. So I don't know. Team Associated rival needs improvement, but it could be great. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
What's up, everyone? I really hope you enjoyed the video. Take a moment to check out some of our most popular playlists, from RC reviews, RC tutorials, some of the most popular RC unboxing videos, and of course some of the most kick-ass running videos you'll find anywhere on YouTube. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to crush that subscribe button you'll find right here, and we'll see you again real soon.